Hey guys, Stuck on Collectibles. My name is Brian. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. I want to apologize for last week. We had some technical difficulties. Some of the books I'll show today were on the last video I tried to upload. Something went wrong. I don't know what went wrong, but it didn't upload. And by the time I figured out it wasn't uploaded, it was like early Saturday morning, so I just decided I didn't want to skip a week, but we skipped a week, and so we're back with today. And we're a little late today. Normally it releases early Tuesday morning, but it will be later in Tuesday morning. But if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. We have some movies. We have some comic pickups, which I'll explain again since the video didn't work. And we have a couple comic packs. But some announcements first. I will do some criticizing on certain things I've seen that I remember to talk about from the last video. But if you're interested in any, I put a beginner's mystery box together. I have 6 available on my Instagram page. You get 20 books for $15. It's $15 plus shipping. I put it that way because if you're outside of the country, it's going to cost more than it is inside the country, United States. And with shipping prices going up, it's hard to know what shipping cost is. And I don't like to charge over price on shipping because I do eBay, and that just bugs me beyond belief. I was trying to order some books the other day off eBay. Guy had, and this was a comic book store, and they have a site thing on eBay, and I contacted the guy, and when I added all the stuff to the cart, and there was no way to contact him to combine the shipping, even though he says, oh, I combine on the shipping, but he wanted me to pay up front and then refund me, and I'm like, no, sorry. My thing is, some of my stuff does the same thing, and I tell people, if you want something, contact me. I will stop everything that you want, put it on one big lot, and you got 24 hours to pick it up. I'll make a new listing, and you just basically buy it now and pay for it. It's that simple. And this guy just wasn't, because I'm not paying $20 shipping for 4 books. And that's just nuts, especially raw books. And just not doing it. So we'll get into the haul because we're already a couple minutes into the video, and we'll talk more. But I'll explain more later. Let's start with the videos. My Walmart has cut our video section down to about one 8-foot section, which is sad, very sad. So basically, it's a bunch of new releases and then a couple television series, which, okay. But I've been to a couple other Walmarts in our area, and they're doing strong with the media. I was in one yesterday, and I didn't pick anything up because I've already got the ones I've seen. But yeah, they say their video is still strong. So this is Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. Now these are all DVDs. I did see a Blu-ray, but it was in a steelbook yesterday, and I'm not paying $40 for the steelbook. There's got to be a way that I can find it on regular Blu-ray or DVD. It's just a series that I like to watch, and so. And here's Bad Boys for Life. Now all these were $5 at Walmart. I've never seen this movie before, so I bought it, $5. Yeah, I never seen the Scooby-Doo Courage. This one I've seen. I want to say this was a Netflix movie, but this was Jared Leto Morbius. Sorry about the glare. I still got the plastic on. But yeah. I've seen it once, but you need it for your Marvel collection. So, same thing with the DC collection. We got Blue Beetle. That one I actually enjoyed. Oh, the glare is going to kill me here. But I'm sure y'all seen the cover of the Blue Beetle before. And $5 a piece. That's the movies. Now, sorry, I've been getting over a cough. I don't know. Last weekend was my son's 9th birthday party. So the week before that, his godfather, my best friend, we were out. We go out every once in a while. We try to catch a movie. We were going to go see Thunderbolts. Me for the second time, him for the first time. And we did not have enough time. So we hope to do that again soon. But we like to go antiquing and stuff like that. And, you know, it's a good thing there. But before I met up with him, I went to a place called Second and Charles. And trying to separate these here because there was a couple of different spots. The Second and Charles I went to is in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It was at the old, if you're ever in Harrisburg or Pennsylvania, the old Harrisburg East Mall, which is not a mall anymore because they destroyed the mall. And you got a hunting building, I forget which one it is. And then they moved the Second and Charles into the old Toys R Us building, which was the second Toys R Us building in that area. Toys R Us used to be connected to the mall, but then they separated and went to the side section. It's right next to the Harrisburg prison, if anybody wants to stop by there. They just reopened, and a lot of their stuff is like newer stuff. I guess they sold all the stuff that they bought before moving to this thing. So their comic book selection, a lot of it was all new stuff, and they wanted ridiculous prices. I'm sorry. I used to go there when they had the deals. You buy 5, get 5 free, or buy 10, get 10 free, and nuts. A lot of their new stuff, what they wanted full price plus. But they did have a couple dollar boxes, which was nice. And I found a small stack. Nothing. I'm not going to say that. There's a couple in here that were pretty nice. But first we got Star Trek Discovery. This is Captain Saru. This was a one-shot. It was originally $7.99. They had it for $1. Big Star Trek fan, Star Wars fan, all that kind of stuff. And I did start watching Discovery back when it first came out. I think I got to like the second or third season, and so I got to go back there and do that again. Now this was surprising. This was only 50 cents. I think it's got a little dirt on the spine, which is fine. To me, I got it to read it. I only have like 2 other copies in this series, but this is the Ultimates number 10. And like I said, 50 cents. Don't get me wrong. I understand comic books. A lot of people buy them for the value and stuff like that. I buy to read. I grew up reading with comic books. So, yeah. I bought this just for nostalgia. I'm going to read it. I'm probably going to keep it. I'd say it's probably about 9.4. The one staple, and this is like brand new. It looks like it was a production thing where the staple's like half hanging out. You can't really see it, so I won't show it. But this is DC's Year of the Villain, the Legion of Doom. If you remember watching the old Super Friends series, there was always the Legion of Doom, and there you go, better. And so, yeah. And that was also $1. This, I think, is the second series. This is an image book. Netflix did a movie on it. And this is the Old Guard Forced... I can't talk today. But it's the Old Guard. I think it's the second series, issue 1, and that was $1. Back in the day when the series came out, you couldn't touch the first series. I mean, it was like, you go on to eBay, they wanted $20 an issue, which was nuts. Because basically, hardly anybody even heard about it. So, but now, we got this. Now these last two, I thought were incredible finds for dollar bins at Second and Charles. And these are, I'd say, at least solid mid-grade or above. Now this one, I do not know what number it is. I want to check and see what's yours. Sorry. But this is a 12 center. Let's see what year this was. If I can find a year. 1966. Now, this was a show we used to watch as kids. And I should have put it on the other side so the sticker's not away. This cost me $1. And I'll show you the sticker after But this is a Silver Age Woody Woodpecker. For $1. I'm going to keep this. This is something my grandfather would have read back in the day. Something he would have bought. And for $1, I'd buy this all day. Now, you've seen in other videos, I pulled out of mystery packs. This is not the main title. This is the Sarge. But this is issue number 10. I think that there's a stain on the cover, but for $1. I think this was I'm going to check this one too. And this is in one of those sealy bags. I like it. Ooh. Join the professional team. Okay, let's see if I can find a year. Okay, 1975. This is September 1975. Volume 3, number 10. And it's got some writing on the inside. Someone put that on the inside. Sorry, I put it close because I didn't want to give it away. But here's Sergeant Snorkel. For $1. And it is in great shape. You can see that. For the age of this book, this is nice. And this kind of stuff I read. Come on, man. We always read Beetle Bailey and the Sunday comics, the weekly comics, stuff like, and the newspapers. I like that stuff. Now that was the stuff from Second and Charles. Not bad. The next book, I've been working on this series. I'm down to, after this one, I need one main A cover book, which is number 4. A couple B covers and a lot of the C covers. But when we were out and about, me and my friend, we went to my old LCS, Comics Connections in Camp Hill, or now Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Shout out to them. The thing about Comics Connections, man, in the old days, they had a bigger store, but now they own the store because they used to be in the mall at the Camp Hill Mall back in the day, probably 20 years ago. But now they got their own spot, and it's a little bit smaller. Their dollar bins, on average, you can find 1 or 2 books in a dollar bin if it's in good shape. A lot of DC and a lot of independent stuff. But I was hoping they had 3 and 4 so I could finish it. at least saying I have the A cover for all this, but this is DC versus Vampires number 3. For some reason on eBay, every time I tried to buy this, they wanted $5 or $6 a book plus $6 shipping. And every time I found one cheap enough, no one else, they didn't have anything else I wanted. So I said in previous videos, when I order something off eBay, I want to get at least 2 or 3 books from that same dealer to make the purchase worth it. Because especially if they combine on shipping. So I need number 4 of the A cover. And I think I need B covers for 3 and 4. Then after that, we went to, this is up in close to Duncannon, Pennsylvania. There's a place called the Red Barn. Back in the day, they used to do auctions in it, and they had a small flea market type deal, but now it's all like antique mall. And this one, I think was $1.50. I don't remember, because they take the tag off when you pull it off. But this is Fantastic Four King Size Annual number 14. And this is in good shape. I'd say that's at least a good 7.5, 8. But I'm not going to grade it, so. I'm slowly working on the Fantastic Four when I can find them cheap enough. And to me, this was cheap enough. Now, from this dealer I got this. He had probably 5 short boxes full of books. And, I mean, he had a lot of Captain America, Iron Man, some action comics and stuff like that. And this was, I think, in his new box that he's put out, because normally he only had 3 boxes, but now he has 5. But a lot of the old stuff that he has, he wants still $4 and $5 a piece, and most of those issues are beat. There was a Captain America, it was like in the 200s, that I don't remember which number it was. It had a neat cover to it. We were looking at it, and the cover was detached, and he still wanted $5, $6. And I was like, meh. And I found this one. This was the only thing I found at that shop. They had a couple of figures. I don't really buy pops anymore, but they had a couple action figures that were interesting, but they wanted way too much money. And a word of warning, if you're going to do an antique place, there was one dealer in there, because you could tell by just the figures and the graphic novels, you can feel like, for the figure, I don't have one handy, but where the sticker would be. Don't buy a bunch of Ollies stuff and put it in an antique spot for twice of what you paid for it. It's not going to sell. So, my word of warning. Sorry. Still, we had my son's birthday party. I was fine. Next day, I woke up and I had to cough. But none of those people that came to the party is going to watch this, so. Alright. We have 4 comic packs, and I know we're running long today, but since we missed last week, I'm sure you'll understand. Let's see if we can get some of these comic packs open. We have a couple that are tight, a couple that aren't. And do tell me in the comments. Sorry I'm not paying attention, looking up while I'm trying to cut here and not cut myself. Which is your favorite? Normally I buy one of these for a certain type of comic that's inside or something like that. Come on, there you go. And this one was supposed to be one of those, has $14.95 value. They have the ones that are $14.95, and they got the ones that are $24.95 value. And like I said, we were out, me and the wife were out yesterday. Ooh. Ooh. And we went to an Ollies, and they just restocked on these things. It's none of these because these are older ones, and I'm not going to show you my stack. It's embarrassing of these packs, but they restocked. I didn't have a chance to even go through them all. I mean, they had like 4 shelves full of new packs, and they have different kinds now. I don't know if I have any of those that are here or not. No, I know I don't because they have ones out that are now they guarantee they're just DC and Marvel, and I still think it's 5 comics. Then they have these newer ones that are red packs that look like they're all independent ones. And I haven't bought the bullet and buying any of those because I've never seen anything on the outsides, and you can't pull them apart a little bit to look inside. That interests me, so I stick with the ones I can find and have something. Now, let's go through this first one. I think I've seen about 2 or 3 in here that I might keep. This is Superman, the Man of Steel, 32, Bizarro's World. Probably talking too much. I don't collect a lot of Superman. Uh, I did see something yesterday. I don't think I picked it up, but there was actually a Death of Superman 75 in one of the packs yesterday. I thought that was weird. It was the second printing. I don't remember if I picked it up or not. Because I did pick up a couple of the packs yesterday. They're just to stick on the pile. And this is the Connor Reeves series. I'm not even going to pronounce it. Number 4. Wow. But yeah. Berserker. Number 4. That's a pretty cool cover. I'm not going to lie. And that's by Boom Studios. I think I had a number 1 when they first came out. I may still have it. So I may keep this one. And oh, this is issue 160. DC Vertigo Swamp Thing. Like us some Swamp Thing. Flip this book for Eternal Warrior preview. Valiant. I'm thinking this is number 4 because it has a 4 down here in a triangle. Book of Death. Oh, never mind. This is one of those promotional books. But it's got like something on the cover makes it flex. I think that's pretty cool. That's the Book of Death. But then you got the Eternal thing on the other side. And no, I didn't buy it for this one because of the glare thing. This was on the inside. But that is pretty neat. I kind of like that. If I was going to keep this, it'd be just for the cover thing. But I probably won't. No, I originally bought it for this book. I've had all these in the past. What year did this come out? 84. Okay. These came out at the same time, around the same time as the action figures. This is Superpowers number 2. 2 of 5. And it's in great shape. Very good shape. So, yeah. I think I have number 3 of Superpowers, so now I think I have 2 of the 5. So that's a good start. Alright. Let's go to bag number 2. See anything you like yet? Well, the thing is, I think I'm going to keep at least 2, if not 3 out of those books, which to me is excellent. Because most of the time you're lucky you pull one out that you want. This is another $14.95 value. Pack says so on the card. Sorry for the fast flash. Okay. Great. Ooh. Okay, I don't know about that one. Okay. First one on here is Power Rangers Unlimited #1, Hair to Darkness. There's just so much Power Ranger stuff now, it ain't funny. I probably won't be keeping that. Yeah. These kind of things they shouldn't be putting in these things, because that's not fair. But this is Harbinger, the video game. It's special. Harbinger, I'm thinking number 13. That's what it looks like. Print is very small. But they do like a video game thing. I don't read Harbinger. So, and it doesn't say variant on the cover, so I do. I mean, it'd be a cool cover if it was something else. But, okay. This is from Upshot. This is the kind of book you'd find in that one bag I was telling you about with the red bottom. And, because I see a lot of AWA ones in that. This says mature. Probably shouldn't be putting that in this kind. I really didn't see any nudity. Well, never mind. Can't show that. But this is issue 3 or 4 of Hotel. Probably be an interesting read. I'm not gonna lie. But not for kids. Now this one was a surprise because this was on the inside. Okay, it's not gonna get a 9.8. It's been some sort of pressing issue there. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's kind of, but it's a good read thing. This is RoboCop Mortal Coils #1 of 4. It's got like a little bend here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. I'm sure. I don't do pressing or anything like that, but I'm sure if someone wanted to press it. But yeah, I'll keep that just to read it. No, the main reason I bought this one, this is a nice cover. This is Star Trek. I already said it. Star Trek. Trying to figure. This is from DC. Is it the first series or the second series? It's 91. I'm going to say it's the first series. Maybe not. Could be. Because I think the first series took place after Star Trek 3. 91. No. 91 would be way after. I don't know. It was a $1.50 issue, but this is number 18. Talking too much now. I like the cover. I bought it. I need it. That was pack number 2. Now let's go to pack number 3. Now see, like this, I don't want to show it. This is one of the looser ones. So I've been thinking there's different people that make these. Yeah, this is Supreme Marketing. That's cool. These are the ones that Ollies used to get before they got those tight ones. Because these come from ND Comics, and they're in PA. These came from Massachusetts. So it's nice that there's different companies that are doing this. And you still get 5. No offense. Huh. The comic selection is better than these. Those are hard to find now. Those are hard to find. Those, I got an Ollies that we don't go to regularly. That's probably why, and they've been sitting here a while. Okay, Spider-Man. Superman and the Metal Men. Action Comics 590. John Byrne. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't collect a lot of Action Comics, but I do know who the Metal Men are. Okay, Justice League Task Force numbers 27. Despero on the cover. That's pretty cool. I'm sure the action in this one aren't worth a lot. I'm not thinking we got our $14 back on this unless you count cover price. This is Star Trek. This was a surprise. I didn't know this was in here. Star Trek Voyager Splashdown. Issue 1. That's pretty cool painted cover, looks like. Yeah. We'll keep that. Another set I'm working on. Like I said, I'm working on every version of Fantastic Four. This is FF number 10, where they're in the white outfits with Spider-Man. That's pretty cool. And then this is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 13 with Fantastic Four on the cover. That's probably the reason why I bought it. I don't know. It is a team up. Yeah, Spidey's in it with the Fantastic Four. I like it. Reed with a beard. Don't know if we'll see Reed and a beard in the movie coming up, but all right. This is the final bag. Let's see what we got here. Wow, I didn't notice that. This looks like this was opened and retaped. Hey, I want my money back. See, it doesn't say another Supreme Marketing. Okay. Oh, wow. I don't want my money back. I'll keep this, thank you. Let's start off with, there's only one DC book in this, and it's a DC Image crossover. And this is variant cover, Batman Spawn number 1. Yeah. I think I have a couple of these. I don't think I have this cover, or this one. If I still have them. I think I listed a lot of them to sell on eBay, and I was selling a lot of them. Okay. Wolverine 77, Adam Kubert. Yeah. I don't collect a lot of Wolverine. I mean, the X-Men I will keep as I'm pulling them, if I find any, but I'm not going to rebuild my Wolverine collection unless somehow I pull Old Man series. But this looks like it has Alpha Flight in it, had Lady Deathstrike. Yeah. Lady Deathstrike kicking his butt. There you go. Wow. Evolutionary Wars. What is that? 88, 86? Looks like 86. Yeah, one of the old annuals. This is the Punisher. Number 1 supersized annual. The Evolutionary War. Used to have all these annuals. Now this is in decent shape. This looks like basically it just came off the rack. Chips Ahoy, anyone? Okay. The Invincible Iron Man 330. and War Machine. When stockpile strikes. Okay. Not going to rebuild my Iron Man collection. Now, if it was Captain America, I've been saving those as I find them. I don't know if I'll rebuild Iron Man. Back in the day, Iron Man and Cap were pretty easy to find. Now, this one I'll keep because I'm slowly going to rebuild this one. This is the Ultimate X-Men 58. Charles in the chair. Wow, yeah. I probably have about 20 or 30 from this series. I don't even remember how many there are. Probably some duplicates. I need to get more bags and boards. But that is the last bag. Sorry it took so long. But I was trying to make up for the time last week that we had technical difficulties. So that's why I limited the 4 packs. I could have done more, but I didn't want to. I think I'm down to about 10, 12 packs left. I'm soon going to have to buy more. But that's it for the haul. I'm not going to sit here and go through which ones I'm going to keep. There's a lot in there I'm going to keep, so that's pretty good. Tell me what your favorite book is. Man, it'd be hard for me to tell. I mean, the Sergeant Snorkel from Beetle Bailey, big fan of that. Woody Woodpecker, I'm not a big fan of Woody Woodpecker, but for $1, all day long. The surprising of a couple Star Treks in there, and the RoboCop, yeah. So, and the ones I picked up that I knew, now I just got to get DC versus Vampires #4. I've read the series already. I had a virtual thing where you can read it online, and I read it before, but I wanted hard copies of them. And and I've been going nuts on the variant covers. I haven't started the second series yet, where then I'm actively hunting for them. I have about 4 or 5 of the second series bagged and boarded, ready for me to finish the first one so I can start the second one. I haven't even read the second series. Is that any good? So, thank you for tuning in. Tell me what your favorite book was out of the haul. Remember, if you want a cheap mystery box, I have 6 available as of the time that I know of right now. On my Instagram page, I will post that down below. You get 20 comic books, $15 plus shipping. Check out my eBay page if you're interested in anything else. And if you want to combine anything and it doesn't work, just reach out to me. I'll put it all in one lot. But until next time, thanks for stopping by.